Good morning, everybody. Welcome to episode 71, where I'm sure there'll be lots of shenanigans going on today because just the mood me and Heather are in. I am Nicci. I am coming to you from central Wisconsin, where it's at least 62 degrees out today. Yay!
Hey, it's 62 degrees here too.
The sun is halfway out here only, though.
Yeah, it's partly sunny here too.
It's supposed to rain like the next 3 days, so
it probably won't. Anyways, I am Heather. I'm coming to you from Southern California, where it is also 62 degrees. We never weather match.
Never.
I'm kind of excited. We're matching weather today.
We're twinnies. Okay, so I will briefly touch on some of the KALs we have going on. We have no prize winners today because yeah, we're in the middle of all of them. So
well, it's tomorrow's last day.
Yeah, tomorrow's your last day for Sock It To Me.
Yeah.
It is it's April 29th. Wow.
Oh, now it's
your turn. Now it's Now it's March. Now it's April. Oh boy. Yep.
Yeah.
Let the fun begin.
We would like to welcome new and returning viewers.
We would like to
put that out there now. Go ahead.
Just because you talked about new and returning viewers, I went out to breakfast the other morning by myself because I had an appointment and I didn't want to try to drive home and then go back out because I literally probably would have pulled in my driveway and had to turn back around.
Right.
And so I stopped and I had breakfast and my waitress, Bobby, took one of our cards to watch the podcast. So if you're watching, hi. It was great getting to know you. And that was just really weird because I was knitting on my socks that I just finished. And then she was just mesmerized by them. So yeah, never know where you're going to find new people.
Right, exactly.
And I like being able to interact with all of you guys under the podcast. Last week I did read them all. I didn't comment yet. I'm sorry. I was on my cell phone. Yeah. It's really hard to comment on my cell phone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I did. I read the comments and I think we favorited them, but we probably have not responded properly. But we appreciate all the comments. We appreciate all of the conversation that's happening there and on our Ravelry group. So,
and on Wednesday Zooms and the Saturday Zooms, it's been great getting to know you guys and knit with you.
Yes,
and what you guys are working on because that's always fun.
Yeah, let us know
the new things
because we need more things.
Yeah, about that. Anyways, yes. So, KAL, Sock It To Me. Any adult pair of socks. Doesn't matter if they're shorties, yoga socks, knee highs. We don't care. Just get a pair done. Enter them in. And remember this year, if you use Area 51, Bella has graciously gifted us a coupon code, which is Sock It To Me 10, all one word, no spaces, and you get 10% off of your purchase. So that is great news for all of us who like self-striping.
Yep.
Because it even works on her DK when she has that in there and the mitten sets and
all that in her shop. And I will say one thing real quick. If you order more than one skein, Bella, I think if the order exceeds $50, I believe it is.
Yes, I think so.
You get free shipping, but so it averages out to be about 2 skeins, and then if you use your coupon code, then it's still free shipping, but you get a little reduced rate on that.
The other one is our designer of the year, which is Melanie Berg. I have gotten all my yarn in to do a Melanie Berg now that I want to do. So at some point soon, I would like to get that casted on. And by soon, I mean like July. So not super soon. But anything you make by Melanie Berg, even if it was cast on last year or the year before that, because I know some of you have way outstanding whips like I do, as long as it wasn't more than 50% done, put it in. And that quarter, we draw that one quarterly, and that will be June 30th. Yeah. So
Yeah. Really quick on Melanie Berg. I was watching an old episode of Frivolous and Frugal, which is Miss Penny and Dawn. If you have not checked them out, I highly recommend checking them out. And Dawn and their niece, I believe, was knitting a Melanie Berg shawl. I want to say it has something to do with winter in the title. Or no, Together Apart.
I think Together apart.
I think that's what it is. Something Together Apart, something.
Somewhere in there.
And I really liked it. I really liked the one that Dawn made. It has a fairly large lace section at the bottom, which kind of is intimidating, but I really like the one that that Dawn made.
Yeah, so, I will say Dawn's shawls that she normally typically goes for are normally at least 100 inches across.
Yeah,
which are like what I like and what. So I like to go follow her even on Ravelry because of the great big shawls like that. And the one that I'm making is because of Dawn. She mentioned it, and then I went and checked it out, and I put it in my wish list, and then LaRue actually made it. And I was like, yeah, I want that.
Oh, it's the Melanie Berg shawl you want to cast on? What do you know what it's called? No. If she thinks about it, we'll put it on the screen. So yeah, so the last two KALs that we have going on currently is the whip challenge. This is just as it sounds. Get your whips off the needles, off the hooks, whatever you have. There is 2 threads that are involved in this KAL. One is just the chatter. Go in, let us know how many whips you have, how many whips you want to challenge yourself to get through this year. And then the second thread is the FO thread, and just let us know how you're doing, how you're, how far you're accomplishing your goal. At the end of the year, this KAL is a quarterly KAL, like our feature designer KAL, and this quarter will end the end of June, which is June 30th. And at the end of the year, we'll take the grand words today again. Jeez, maybe not enough coffee. We will take the whole thread and do a grand prize winner. If you do meet your goal or exceed your goal, whatever the case may be, you are entered twice to win.
Way worn.
Oh yeah, that is a nice shawl. Yeah, there it is. So if you do finish something that's on your list, go ahead and put it in the thread, and we will be drawing prizes the end of June. And the last one is the West Painted Along. We're calling it West Painted 2022. This is any Stephen West pattern that has the word paint or painted or painting. So there's something like
24.
24. 24 patterns that qualify to be interested in this KAL. They can be previously started before April 1st. That is when our KAL began. But we asked that it was not, exceedingly finished. It was just, we don't want you to just put it in and say, it was just the bind off left or whatever. And as of today, this KAL is going to run until the end of the year, but if you know us at all, you know that everything is subject to change.
And with that, I will say that Stephen West, if you go to his Ravelry page, and he has bundles at the top, so it's sweaters, KALs, there's one that's called painting. And so if you click on that, it'll give you all 24 of those patterns. And if he brings out any new ones this year.
Right.
Somebody's texting Heather. I can see it in her glasses.
Sorry, Hector just called me.
So yeah, with the painting one, there's always so many. I have at least 3 of them on my needles right now.
Yeah, I have 1, but I want to do 2 others.
Yeah. So. And double dip with that one. I mean, if you do a painting one and you, Miss Penny and Miss Dawn, they have my dear Stephen West KAL going on. So your opportunity for 2 right off the bat for prices on that.
Right. And do you know if theirs is there an end date on theirs? It's just forever and ever.
Theirs started last year in the summer with they first were doing Vertices Unite,
Mm-hmm.
and then it got changed to any Stephen West
Mm-hmm.
with no end date.
Yeah, I know that started last summer, but I just wasn't sure how far they were taking it.
Yeah.
Mm.
And I don't know if you know Heather yet, but he came out with a podcast now, and I watched it.
I saw something about that on YouTube, but
And
I have
he
not seen it.
said that he's releasing 1 pattern a week or like every other week for now all summer.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did he say anything about the MCAL?
He's started designing it. But he's never going to let us know more than that. You know that.
I know, but I just thought maybe he'd give us a little teaser.
He did say if you follow Brioche and Stitch on Instagram, which are his 2 cute, adorable Frenchie puppies,
Mm-hmm.
that you can sometimes get sneak peeks of other designs in those pictures because he doesn't cover them up.
Mm-hmm.
Or, pay attention to what he's taking pictures of when he takes the puppies.
He's just not overly careful,
Right.
making sure that there's no sneak peeks.
So he's like, oh, I'm going to have to be more careful about the MCAL, but it could happen, guys.
Good to know.
So I went and I followed Brioche and Stitch on our podcast one. I was like, I can't.
You did?
Yeah, I was like, we have to see this. Of course, I follow him on mine. We already know that, but
yeah,
I haven't went as far to follow him because sometimes I forget that I'm on that one, and I'm like, where is this?
Yeah, me too.
So, but yes, yeah, I don't know. Stephen West, for me personally, I don't know how Heather feels, like, is one of those designers I will probably always have at least 1, if not 2, of his designs on my needles. So it's really hard for me to like want to ever end a Stephen West KAL because I'm like, no, I want him again.
Yeah, I don't know that I necessarily will always want to have a Stephen West on the needles because honestly, they don't frighten me to knit because I know that everything in them is fairly easy if you take it a section at a time. Just the size of them, most of them kind of give me a little bit of anxiety. But I do, whenever I'm feeling the need to cast on, or I do search. There's a handful of designers that I will check out and see if any of their patterns.
Did you come up with what KAL you're making mom for Christmas for your mom?
I have a couple that I've kind of thought about, and I have. Oh, that's pretty. What is that?
This is an old pattern by Stephen. Like, he said he thinks he made this when he was like 24, 25. So it's kind of like a poncho, but it's kind of like a cowl too.
Mm-hmm.
And it like is supposed to remind you of the rice fields because that's where he was. So this is it all laid out.
Oh, that's cute.
So
right now I'm not gonna be able to pronounce this, but the list is this KAL.
Oh, okay.
Can you pronounce that?
No.
Neither can I. Or I also saw on Penny and Dawn, because I've been binge watching them lately, is the Willow KAL. So
okay, yeah.
Sorry, it's black and white, but so those are those 2. I would also like to do the Painted Waves cowl. So those kind of are the 3 that I have.
So this was his inspiration. Sorry, there's the rice field, and so the plateaus.
Yeah, that's cute. I like it.
Yeah.
So if you didn't know, every Christmas I knit my mom a cowl because she complains about being cold all the time, and she does not like shawls because they fall off, and I've said to her, you know, let's get you a shawl pin, and she's like, I don't know how to style them, and so it's just easier to knit her a cowl, and that's what she gets. She knows she's getting a cowl and a pair of socks every year for Christmas.
Yep.
Yes. So
moving forward,
hey, Nick, do you have anything off your needles?
I do. I have a pair of socks. I have my Lucky Dip and my April socks.
They're the same thing. Lucky Dip and April socks.
Yep, they are. So, and I actually, you guys should be proud. They match.
They do.
Okay, they match until the here.
Until the toe, yeah. Well, that's fine.
Don't understand the toe. I don't. It's highway trickery always. Like, I don't get it.
Yeah.
Because up until there, even this red stripe matches.
Mm-hmm.
So how? I don't know. I don't
know.
But the yarn is biscotti.
Mm-hmm.
Called Ho Ho Ho.
Mm-hmm.
And like when I first got into self-striping, I couldn't wait to get biscotti. I was so excited. And then I coveted it. Like I couldn't use it because then it'd be gone. So that's why I put in my Lucky Dip, guys.
Because she couldn't order more?
Right. Whatever. Okay. The math of my head does not always add up to what I'm saying. I'm just telling you. This is how I felt.
No, I understand.
Don't judge me. Dang it, Heather.
Not judging. Not at all.
So, okay. Put my biscotti in my Lucky Dip so that I'd be forced to work with it, right? Because also, I had to have Christmas yarn, but I always held on to it because once I knit with it, it was gone.
Mm-hmm.
Again, not logical at all, but whatever. I don't ever want another skein of biscotti.
Nope.
I've worked with the self-striping with the sparkle, and that wasn't as bad. This is super soft, super duper soft. Love the colors.
Mm-hmm.
So have to pay attention to every single stitch, and I'm used to not looking down when I knit socks.
Mm-hmm.
And I always use the new needles that Kim got me for my birthday last year. Oh, I can't reach them. They're Haya, but they're the super pointy ones. I love the cord. They could be, I don't know.
Or stilettos.
Don't know. They have a green cord. They're super soft. Love the cord. Love the needle. It's like butter.
Yeah. But not on biscotti.
So much yarn. So much I had undo and go back because I was splitting it constantly.
Yeah.
So for somebody who's not used to having to look down when they do vanilla knitting, not exactly ideal. Like maybe if I would have been on blunter needles, it would have been fine.
Yeah. All of my biscotti. So it wasn't when I first started knitting, but when I first kind of got used to or got into podcast watching and stuff like that, I decided that I wanted to do my own kind of monthly yarn club, but just kind of pick a designer or pick a yarn buyer that I would order their yarn once a month. And I started off with biscotti because someone showed it on a podcast and I loved it. So I didn't really knit it as it came in, but when I started knitting it up, I realized that it was really splitting it. I mean, it's beautiful yarn. The colors are great. They're highly saturated. You don't really get those large blocks of white, undyed spaces, but it's just incredibly splitty. I knit most of my socks on 9-inch circulars. I could not knit them with my ChowGoo 9-inch circulars. I had to use my Clover 9-inch circulars because they're wood and they're more of a blunt needle. Even now,
it's your fault that I even bought one in biscotti because it wasn't until I met you that I really got to see a lot of it. Because you kept, when we first met in a friend Zoom, Heather was always making socks and she kept getting in biscotti and I was like, oh, those are so pretty. And then I went and looked and so I have Heather to blame for this love-hate relationship.
I love the yarn. I since then I have moved on. I mean, I was fairly new knitter back then too. But that's kind of how we went to then Night Owl Fibers. Then we went to Area 51. That's kind of how that has progressed. And I would say as we've moved up, you know, I mean, I feel like we're getting better and better. and honestly, like, I don't want to knock the Scotty because they do have great.
They do, and it's a great price, and
Mhm.
it's awesome yarn. It's beautiful colors. I wish I had a sock machine for that.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
Because they're great colors. They have great manly colors for my husband and my son.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah,
I don't know. I can go back to using blunter needles just to knit with.
I've wanted to get Hector their football colorways. They have football team colorways.
Yep.
I haven't, but I've always wanted to do that. But
do you have anything finished? I do have one other thing. Should I show that right now or should I wait?
You can go ahead.
Okay. So I also am starting to do more crocheting, and I made a little, it's not finished, but it's half of the project, I guess, or a quarter of it.
It's a piece of the project finished.
Look at that now. It's so adorable. So I made this last night.
That's adorable.
That's
and
all you.
What are you going to do with that project? You have to continue. What is the finished object going to be?
So this is a secret project, so you'll never see it on social media for a while, but I'm going to make 9 of these, but they're going to be different colors for this part, for the actual gnome clothing, all in the pink shades. And then I'm going to take 3 across the top, 3 down, to make 9 patches for a pillow. And then I will be giving it to a friend.
Yeah.
And I'm going to make myself a blanket.
Jeez, I just burped. I'm sorry.
And then just going to have his blanket back.
Yes, sure. Yes, he needs his blanket back. So yeah, she started that yesterday. She made that last night. She's all into the gnomes. No, really, yesterday?
I just bought the yarn yesterday at like noon with Grandma.
Oh, I thought you started Wednesday. Anyways, Wednesday we found the patterns while we were on our Zoom. That's why.
Yeah.
So I technically, I don't know if you, I'm calling them finished objects. They're pieces of projects that will be finished. But they're my scrappy stuff. So, I finished this barn raising square.
I won it.
This is not any indication of where I was when you saw it because you have not seen this one, I don't think. Maybe you have.
I think that was just marking the front, wasn't
it? Yeah, it was just marking the front because I do them this way on circulars. So this was the front half and this is the back half. So anyway, so this is a unknown. I'm sorry, these threads are really getting my way. This is an unknown mini that I had from our friend Vonnie last Christmas. No, 2 Christmases ago. We were still in San Pedro. Yeah.
You know, the last 2 years just are all 1 year for me.
Not this last December, the December before. So December.
Wasn't it in the summer though? Wasn't it Christmas in July?
Yeah, but we weren't here. Were we here?
I thought so.
Maybe. I don't know. Whatever. A while ago. Maybe it was Christmas in July. Yeah, I guess it was. Okay. Christmas in July. Our friend Vonnie was my partner, and she sent me all these self-striping minis that she has made from socks. You've heard us talk about Vonnie before. I want to be her when I grow up. She has an awesome sock collection. So I made this square, and then when I was done making that square, I made this mitered square. And I apologize for the Are
you gonna connect that as you go to the next one? Or are you gonna not connect the mitered corner like normal?
No, I am. I'm just starting over my mitered corners.
Yeah.
Because
just a self-striping, right?
Yeah, all my minor corners are self-striping. I have these still
Oh, okay.
here. This was my previous section that I had finished, but instead of having them go this way, see how the spine's going down this way?
Yeah.
I want to turn it this way. So my next block is going to be connected here and then here. So 2 and 3 get connected here and here. You're still picking up those slip stitches.
Yeah.
But you're not like, yeah,
you're angling them a different direction.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So I'm doing the minis that Vonnie sent me. I'm able to do a barn raising square, a mitered square, and then I have a bit left over that I'm going to attempt to do the northeasterly again. Yeah. We'll see.
As I said, or you can make a Battenberg probably out of that little scrap too. Square.
Yeah, I probably could. It would just be, yeah, I have orange and then yellow, so I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Well, have fun with northeasterly.
I also was thinking about doing the crocheted version.
I would be more apt to do the crochet version than I would. So for blankets, I prefer crocheted.
Mm-hmm.
I do want to do the barn raising, like Heather. I bought the book off eBay for $3 or $4,
Mm-hmm.
and I have all my self-striping scraps in its own bag.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel that because I have 9 blankets, 8 or 9, that I have to get some of them off before I start any more scrappy ones.
No, start it.
So should I talk about my 2 scrappies and you just talked about yours, or you got more that you're going to show in progress?
No, that's all my, oh, well, I have a square right now.
Okay.
That I'm working on.
Okay. I can show, so my Battenberg, I have none in progress at all, but I did finish all these since last time we talked about the Battenberg. So, because this is our scrappy wrap up.
Yes, so the last episode of the month, we will be showing our scrappy projects as well as non. So that's cute. What is that color? It looks like a lorry.
This one is an Arkansas yarn cone, and it was,
see,
it's great. 2 different shades of gray and then pink in there on her sparkle. But
how do I know that was a lorry? It just looked like it just looked like something you would die.
But so I have all of these done, guys.
How many did you finish?
Woo! I just dropped a whole bunch. Yeah, I won't show them all individually, but
pick out 3.
Okay.
Do you know how many you finished?
I can count them real quick. It's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 16.
And that's 2 months, right? Because we did not show.
Yep.
In March.
So here's before I sent you the scrap, I think of this that you're making socks out of, the Green Bay Packer one.
Mm-hmm.
So that one's in there. You saw the pink one that I did with Lori's yarn.
Mm-hmm. No, I think you said Arkansas Yarn Co.
Yeah.
But just in case you didn't, it's Arkansas Yarn Co.
And then this one, I did a couple of these.
That's cute too.
This was also Arkansas Yarn Co. And this was part of her 3 years ago was Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer she did for her, what's that called? Advent.
Advent, yeah.
That's what that one is from. So now I can move these to the great big bag that I have them, all the squares in. I have a huge 2-gallon Ziploc bag, and I think I'm up to like 200 now.
Why don't you connect them?
Yeah.
I'll do some connecting and you can do some connecting.
Because remember, I was so new to crochet,
Mhm.
but yeah, I'm keeping this in a Knit for Brains bag. I throw a bunch of scraps in this bag and then I just go through the squares. And then once for a month or two, and then once I get to this point where I show you guys, then I toss them in the other one. And she always has these needle cozies. I started to make needle cozies as well, but I put my crochet hook in
That's a good idea.
so that I never forget what size is with that project.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
So, I mean, I know nothing's on there to fall off, but that way I always know what I was using.
But
so
I mean,
that
I
is my
feel like
advice to you guys.
I feel like the needle cozy is a lot easier to see if it falls out of the bag than just the hook.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
I can't tell you how many hooks I've lost.
if you're a crocheter and like I said, I've now started making them as well because they're not just for double points. Let's put it that way. I use them on my circulars all the time. I know Heather does, but I also like this idea with the crochet hook.
Yep, that's a great idea.
So I thought I would at least share that along with you guys.
Yeah, so my whip. Are we going into whips?
I still have one more scrappy.
Oh, you do. Sorry.
You're good. You're good. With Around the Table Yarns, they were doing a crochet block of the month. I didn't want to do worsted weight or DK weight. I wanted to do fingering. So January square, I do 4 of them. So all 4 of these were back in January, which you've seen.
Yep.
And then I got February done in the last month. So these are all new. So there's this one.
Well, that's pretty.
And the peachy one. And I think all these were done with just scrap yarn that I have in my bin. And then when I finished these, I threw those scraps into my Battenberg ones because they're smaller pieces.
Okay.
Unless I knew it was enough to do a mitered corner.
But
I haven't done any of those like recently. So those were my 4. I'm still catching up. I just have that living in my clear large. And my last scrappy project is living in my blankie bag.
Oh, that's cute.
This is my Bits and Bobs. And my Bits and Bobs is all Leading Fiber Arts mini skeins. Because I'm part of the mini club. And then I'm holding it with this big cone of lace weight through the entire thing. And so I got my first full mini on here with, I can do like one more row with it.
Oh, so pretty.
That is all. So I can move the stitch marker up. But I'm enjoying the Bits and Bobs again. And that's a way for me to know where all my Lady Men went.
Right.
So, okay, now I'm done with scrappy. Now we can move into your regular scheduled program.
Well, I guess one of my whips is part of scrappy.
Okay.
But I'm in the middle of the row. It's the one that I'm knitting on. It is another barn raising square from our dear friend Vonnie. And it is, I believe, I don't know the colorway, so I'm going to say it's unknown. Oh, okay. Knit faster.
You can do it.
Yeah, right. So I apologize for these needles. They're just clovers that are kind of wonky. So this is the beginning of it. It has like a green, a white speckled, and 2 colors of pink, but that's it in the little cake. So yeah, I have, like I said, I'm going to do the Barn Raising Square, Miter Square, and then I'll update you at the end of
I would have to
May.
guess a lot of the scraps are probably DVD, Desert Vista Dye Works.
I think so.
Because he did that for 2 or 3 years.
I think 2 years. I know 2 years consecutive, like
Religiously.
She like stayed on it for 2 years.
Yeah.
I know that she did a couple here and there. But the bag, I don't know if I'll be able to get it.
Oh.
This is the bag that she sent me.
Oh my.
So it is quite cool.
I expect this done by next May.
Yeah, we'll see. So yeah, like this is a gallon freezer bag full of minis that I'm just taking a chunk out at a time. And then of course I have my Area 51 that I'm doing too, but yeah, so that's that. And then I just have one whip.
All right.
This is going to be the Nicci show.
I have 4. So
and I'm going to sit back and knit. Actually, I'll be right back.
Okay.
You keep talking.
Yep. So my next whip I'm going to talk about is the spring. Sorry guys, I'm trying to make sure the yarn's not caught. Okay, the Magic Spring Shawl. And last time you guys saw it, I was right there by the star. So I only got maybe an inch and a half done this week. But, oh my goodness, dog, not now. Sorry, real life here, people. This is how wide it is. And then the length of it. Ugh.
Just keeps going.
Just keeps going. So I started with the cream, which was all natural. Then the Italian flower. And then Nicci's green. And this is all by Artistic Yarn by Lily. And you guys, she's closing her shop. It's all
really
40% off right now.
Why?
She needs a break, she said. She said that she probably will do little updates here and there, maybe once in a while. But as of right now, she is shutting down. So she's going out of business, which good for her for noting that she needs to take a break, a step back.
Yeah.
But I'm sad to see her go because, like I said, she was my first indie dyer I ever purchased from. So go show her some love. She's going to be missed. And then she's staying on Instagram with the same name and everything. She's still going to knit. She just got to take time for herself.
Which, I mean, like you said, you can't knock her for that, but
no,
selfishly can be a little sad too.
Yep. And it's living in my medium-sized drawstring, which was the very first bag I ever made.
Yep.
When I started making bags. So, all good memories in the bag.
How many whips do you have? Including the one
I have 3 more after that one.
Oh, go ahead.
Okay, I'm trying to close this bag up so
I'm sure everybody can guess what my whip is, but go ahead.
All right. Living in the bag I received when I went to the last knit-in with Dawn up in Green Bay. I won this.
You won, yeah.
I have no idea who the designer is, but I love the little sheepy. Okay.
Doesn't it just have a tag of the store?
Oh. Yeah, that's right. You were correct. Magpie's Cottage, which is another yarn shop in Wisconsin, down in Sheboygan Falls.
Mm-hmm.
I can know things. Uh-oh, I'm a bad podcaster. I thought that I was across this room. Okay, I started my boxy chevrons, guys. And
you did.
This is as far as I am.
But isn't it in the round?
Here. No.
Oh.
It's worked flat.
Oh, I thought it was in the round.
But sorry about that. So the yarn I'm using is Neon Coral by Perennial, which Perennial is Kelborn Wools. And then I'm using Perennial again in the light gray. This is still for my shawlography. Even though I used this in that, I used it in around every corner. And now in this. So
And you
I'm
have
doing
more, right?
Oh yeah, I have a whole other 2 skeins of it if I need it.
Okay.
But all this is like, so that I'm showing you the wrong side. So all it is these welts here, and it goes down the sleeve on both sleeves, and that's it. I never use it again.
Oh, I thought that was your main color for the sweater.
No, the neon coral is the main color. And Perennial you can get over at Around the Table Yarns.
You can.
And they just came out with a whole bunch of new colors, guys.
And we will post that link in the description box below.
Yes. Go show them some love. And check out the Perennial. It is super soft.
Mm.
What is the makeup? You remember what the makeup is?
I don't know.
Okay, hold on. I have the tag. It's inside the yarn ball.
But also about Around the Table Yarns, they do a weekly Instagram live on Mondays where they show new items that they have in the shop. They talk about upcoming events, upcoming knit-alongs. They, Pam and Beth are the owners, and they're delightful human beings. So we encourage you to go check them out.
They have Scrappy Sunday Zooms on Sundays, obviously, at evening. All their Zoom links are on their homepage, their shop page, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
And then Monday evenings, they do a sweater, which I think for the next 2 weeks they don't, but like starting May 4th, they're starting a sweater and tee.
Mm-hmm.
No, tee and tanks. That's what it's called.
Tee and tanks, yeah.
So that first Zoom for that one will be May 12th.
Mm-hmm.
And then Thursdays they have crochet for an hour, and then they have knitting. So yeah, but here's the print. And it is.
Yeah, I couldn't read that.
Yeah, and then you want me to read now. It's okay. 15% nylon, 25% cereal alpaca, and then the rest is super wash merino. It is so soft, and it is $26 a skein because the tag is on here.
Mm-hmm.
And you get 487 yards, you guys, for 100 grams.
Well, I mean, you just said it. So you knit. It was a big portion of your shawlography.
Yep.
It was a big portion of your around every corner.
Yep.
Which you extended those sections.
Yep.
Extended those stripes, so it was even more than what the pattern would normally call for. And now you're using in that, and it's still the same original skein. So I think that you could possibly even finish what you need
for the sleeves
of the sweater. Yeah, out of that,
because it says I only need 200 yards.
Mm-hmm.
And I would gather to say that ball that I just showed was like 200 yards.
Yeah, at least.
So
it didn't give you the measurement in grams.
It probably did, but I probably didn't look.
Yeah.
I have 2 more. You want me to go with one more?
No, I'll go.
Okay.
So I worked on my sock. I didn't realize how much work I had actually put into my sock until I put the marker in earlier. Because I remember saying that I was on this black stripe. So here is my socks. This is where I was last time you guys saw it. I completed the rest of the leg, and now I'm into the foot. I'm doing the Afterthought bullseye heels. So this is my February socks. Yes, I'm behind. This is yarn from Area 51. This is the We're All Invited to the Party colorway. This is a Gilmore Girls reference. And yeah, I like it. So this is size 1s, 9-inch circulars, 64 stitches, and like I said, I'm going to do the Afterthought bullseye.
Is that your second or first?
This is my second.
Okay.
I showed my first last week. Yeah.
So I thought, but I wasn't positive.
So these are almost done. I should have these finished and hopefully the heels put in for next week. And then I'm going to start my April socks at the beginning of May. It's fine. It's fine. It'll be fine.
Totally
It's
fine.
all fine.
Okay.
But my April socks do not count towards mine and Nicci's goal. So if you're keeping track, I am almost done with my first pair of socks for that challenge. And Nicci has successfully completed one shawl.
Yep. And
So,
almost the second one off.
almost, but not quite.
Nope. My next one I'm going to talk about is my Stephen West painting for our KAL.
Mhm.
I'm doing the stitch by number. I was right here at the pink for the first. So I'm doing it in sections of 5, all 5 colors of the minis.
Mhm.
And so I have one more to put on for this week by Wednesday because I do it from Wednesday to Wednesday.
Mhm.
So I'll be caught up. So I'm excited. I'm loving it. I even like the way the back looks. I'm not
Yeah,
sad
I
with
love
it.
your colors.
So the black is just from Michaels in Wool Lake.
Mhm.
Then this first stripe of blue speckled is Kentucky Rain by Cherry Pie Cottage.
Yep.
The next set of blue is Twilight Dreams by Magpie Knits.
Mhm.
The blue and pink and white is also by Magpie Knits, but I don't remember the name of it. Sorry, Agatha.
Unicorn.
Unicorn Rainbow, yes.
Yes.
Okay, I do remember.
We do the same thing.
And this next pink section here was something from Agatha as well, but I have no idea what.
I think
And
the
then
last one you just showed was Unicorn.
Unicorn,
Rainbow.
and then the
I don't know what
pink
the
one, I don't know.
I don't know what that is.
And then this
Sorry.
other last pink one up here, like I have 2 different pinks. This one has blue in it. This one has no blue. It's just all pink. That's from Honeybee Knits. Or maybe I got those 2 reversed, but yeah.
No, I think that's
Honeybee
maybe.
Knits no longer dies either.
I think that's something Barbie.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't remember. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I had wound this up 2 years ago for a shawl, ripped it out, and then the tags.
Yeah.
I didn't keep them all, man. Sorry. And my last.
If you kept them all, I don't know that we would be able to tell the difference.
Right. My last one that I will talk about is my Fanta Stitch by Stephen West, all out of Mitchell's Creations. I was up here at the snowman in this block, so I got all that, and then I started this V's. I'm almost finished with the V's. So all the notes for all my colorways are on my Ravelry, which I will link below.
Yes, because she does notes and I don't.
Yep, that's the only reason I know is because after I put them in there, like I don't always keep track of the ball bands. But I will say with both these, like this one's living in my Junie bag, my essential tote that has the drawstring on top. And all of them are living, every color is living in a Bali sack. Same with my Fanta Stitch. That's how I keep all my colors for Stevens in manageable.
Yeah, my colors for my painting chevrons is in Bali bags too.
And that is all of my knitting. All I have now is acquisition.
I have no acquisitions.
Okay.
None.
So you already saw that I made.
Oh, well, technically I do.
Okay.
I'll just show it real quick. I'm not going to show you the volley bags because they're put away. But Nicci is my very best friend in the whole wide world, and I saw this bag when we were doing the knit in with
everybody.
And I love this bag. I love Snow White. Snow White is my princess. So she sent it to me along with my volley bags for my Steve West, but they're put away, and I'll show you when I work on that bag. But I have my cross stitch flossins currently. That's it. Oh, and sorry, lied.
Oh, but wait, there's more.
Oh, wait, there's more. I also ordered two. I'll take it out of the sets. Cooper, I'm talking. I ordered 2 sets of Nicci's snagless stitch markers in the silver colorway. I have some on this square that I'm working on now, but here's the completed card. That's what it looks like. And these are available at HndmadebyH myshopify.com.
Yes.
That's a mouthful. Anyway,
it is
your turn.
Okay. So I will first start with the yarn. Like I had said, I had bought yarn yesterday with Grandma at Hobby Lobby. So I got, this is pink. It's 100. The number. This is 804, which is surprise stripe.
That's pretty.
This is just a gray, light gray. So this is 190. Okay, this one is light taupe and it's 797, which is just going to be the noses of the gnomes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I just ripped it. I didn't realize it went under me. This one is 464 and it's called crushed raspberry. So it's white, but it has specks of pink, and that's what I'm doing all the beards out of.
That is adorable.
Because I thought it was very fitting.
Mm-hmm.
And then the last colorway I got was 350, which is hot rose.
Ooh, that's bright.
That's what the one that I just made was. That's the body. And then this little nip. Well, okay, everybody we know that calls them nipples when they have the 2 bobbles. It is a bobble stitch. So, that is all I got there. And then lastly, I ordered this back in March. It's a traveler's journal. Mm-hmm. And I didn't realize I got it from the UK, but that's fine. It's 100% leather. It's awesome. It's got my initial stamped in right here. I don't know if you can see that with the light.
Yep, we can.
Okay. It has that. And then I ordered, you could do 4 or up to 6 bands inside. I did the 6. I got the journals here from Amazon and the calendars from Amazon. I will link those below. But I love it because you can just, like, here when I open it up, you get to put in your dates, your whole thing, and then the next page, you have just the monthly one, and then each week they give you where you can write on.
Cool.
And then before the month starts, it gives you, so you can put notes on this page. Mm-hmm. On this page, you can write down like everybody's birthday.
Mm-hmm.
And then check it off as they go by, or whatever you need to put, important dates there.
Cool.
And they have like, I think she has 4 to 6 different colors of leather that she does them in. So I love it.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Is it a Etsy shop or
it is an Etsy shop.
Mm-hmm. Well,
and I didn't realize it because it was, when you're on Instagram scrolling and how it just remembers what you've researched.
Yeah.
So it just did one of those shop now. Mm-hmm. And she was having a big sale and I ordered it.
Cool. Yeah. Can you put the link in the description?
For her shop too. And the name is Inkjet. But I will also link her shop down underneath.
Cool. I'm glad you like it. I started off with traveler's notebooks, and I have since moved on to chunkier rings.
I started with the rings, and like they just aren't conducive for going in and out of my bag as much as I do it.
Mm-hmm.
And this way I can keep my life stuff
Mm-hmm.
and my business stuff and the podcast stuff and the knitting stuff all in one place.
Yeah. I have a business planner and I have my personal planner. So
right. And so did I. And I was like, this is too much.
Yeah, it's kind of a lot. So I think that might be it. I do want to mention real quick that our Saturday Zoom for May is going to be the second Saturday instead of the
14th.
third. Okay, I was just about to look. It's going to be the 14th instead of the 21st. So we will, again, like always, we'll post the reminder.
Oh.
And all
this
that stuff.
Wednesday Zoom will not happen. Wednesday morning Zoom is canceled unless Heather wants to run it alone.
Yeah, keep an eye on our Instagram. We're still talking that out, but Nicci does have an appointment in the morning. Yeah, she has 2 appointments in the morning. So we're still talking that out. I would like to attempt to still have it. When I do have to go get my son, we would just have to close it. But we will post to let you guys know for sure what's going to happen. Yeah, so just keep an eye out on our Instagram. But like I said, we'll post all of the Zoom information closer to the time of the May Zoom. Anything else?
Nope. I will say watch my shop page in May because it's my birthday, so I typically do some kind of a birthday sale.
Yes, it is. Yeah, it's Nicci's birthday month. Just quickly about my shop. I am, like I told you last week, I'm transitioning from Etsy to Shopify. I've been moving some listings over there. My Etsy store is still currently open. Yeah, and my Shopify is open as well. But I'm just slowly working on that. And then when the change is officially made, I'm just going to post it on the Etsy store in the banner where you can find me with the link to my Shopify. And we'll put all that down below as well. But technically the Etsy store is not closing. There just won't be any products in it for you to purchase. So yeah, I hope you head over to my Shopify and take a look. It's basically the same listings that were up on my Etsy store. I am working over the next week to put up some new stuff. So, and I'll post it on my Instagram too when I post the new products in the shop.
In the first couple of weeks of May, you will also see our collab.
Yes, that will be up on the HndmadebyH Shopify, not on the Handmade by Heather.
Nope.
Yep. So on that note, we hope you have a great week. We hope that you get a lot of knitting or crafting or crocheting accomplished, and we'll see you next week.
See you next week, guys. Bye.
Happy knitting. Bye.